Hello students, welcome to MJC Learning. Standard 12, Science Stream, Subject Information Technology. And from today's session, we are starting a new chapter, that is Advanced JavaScript. In today's session, we will be learning the introductory part of JavaScript language. And it includes these subtopics: the introduction to scripting languages, types of scripting languages, introduction to JavaScript, features of JavaScript, and the advantages and disadvantages of JavaScript. So let's begin. Let's learn about the scripting languages first. What is a scripting language? These languages are like programming languages, but they allow us to write programs in the form of scripts. There are a variety of scripting languages used to develop dynamic web pages. A scripting language is what? It is a programming language which supports scripts written for a special runtime environment. They don't need a special preparation or a compilation to run. They are interpreted. Means the interpreted language is a type of programming language that executes its instructions directly and freely without compiling machine language instruction in the program. So JavaScript is a interpreted language which executes its instructions directly without compiling machine language instructions within the programs. This includes high-level data types also. Okay, so scripting language is what? Script is a list of commands that are executed by a scripting engine. They can be opened and edited by using a text editor. We have used the text editor Notepad++. So these also can be edited using a text editor. Scripts generate dynamic web pages on the web. So this was a brief intro to the scripting languages. Next, let's see the types of scripting languages. There are two types of scripting: server-side scripting and client-side scripting. In the server-side scripting, the script resides on the web server. And to execute this, it must be activated by the client. Then only it is executed on the web server. It acts as an interface for the client and also limits the user access resources on the web server. So here you have example of scripting languages as ASP, PHP, ASP.NET, Java, Python. These all are server-side scripting languages. And client-side scripting is what? Here the script resides on the client computer. That means your web browser. And that can run on the client. This type of scripts are mostly placed inside an HTML document or also can be kept as separate files even. So this was the introduction. Client-side scripts contain the instructions for the browser to be executed in response to certain users' actions. They can respond to user input. The client-side scripting, the languages can respond to the user input to display the different content based on the specific actions. But all the actual data has to be provided by the server beforehand. When the client is requesting something to the server responds it. So here something should be provided by the server beforehand. So client-side scripting languages can be JavaScript, one of which we will be learning now. There is VB script, there is ActionScript. These all are client-side scripting languages. So after the definitions, we will see the difference between the client-side scripting and the server-side scripting. So here I told you the client gives a request to the server and the server responds. So this all makes the server slow, and only the programs which are executed on the client side, they are faster. Okay, so let's see the first point. From the server side, it is used at the backend. Backend means what? Server side scripting is used at the backend where the source code is not visible. Here the code is hidden. It is not shown to you directly. So that is called as a backend used. And client side scripting is used at the front end where users can see from the browser. Second, server side is more secure and client side is less secure. Here you have server interaction required, and in the client side there is no server interaction required. Client side scripting does not need any server interaction, whereas on the server side, when the script is processed, it communicates to the server. Fourth one is server side is used for customizing web pages. Customizing means modifying. So server side modify the web pages and implement the dynamic changes in the websites. And server's client side is used for validation purposes, checking the input, and effectively it minimizes the load to the server. Server side requires the web server and client side requires a web browser. Client side scripts require a web browser as an interface, and server side scripts are executed using special web server software. Next is this is slow and this is faster. Response from a client side script is faster, and here the response is slow. And last one, server side connects to the databases on the web server. Client side cannot connect to the database. This is on the own browser. So there is no server interaction. So here you can take client side scripting languages examples as JavaScript, VB Script, etc. And here you have server side scripts as ASP, PHP, Python. These are the examples you can use here. So this was a brief intro on the client side and the server side scripting languages. Now next let's move further to the JavaScript as a programming language. This is today's introductory part of JavaScript programming. JavaScript is a scripting language, as I said earlier. It was developed by Netscape to enable all the web authors to design interactive websites. JavaScript is a scripting language used to create and control dynamic website content. Means anything that moves or changes on your screen without your requirement to manually reload a web page. That is meaning of dynamic. The user interaction is not required. It moves or changes without requiring you to manually do it. It tells the computer programs like websites or web applications to do something or to make the web pages alive. JavaScript is currently the only programming language that is supported by most of the popular browsers used worldwide. It's endorsed by a number of software companies, and it's an open language that anyone can use without purchasing a license. JavaScript commands can be typed directly into an HTML document, and web browsers will be able to understand them. So you don't require downloading any additional program or a compiler. You have the Notepad++ editor. You can type your program in that with save it as .html extension, file extension, and you can run it on the browser, Internet Explorer. That will give you the output. So no need of additional programs or compilers or any other software to execute Java scripts. Okay, so JavaScript is a scripting language designed to add interactivity to the HTML pages. It's an interpreted language, means that scripts are executed step by step without preliminary compilation. And JavaScript is used in web pages to improve the design or validate forms checking, detect browsers, create web browser based games, etc. Some of the additional features of JavaScript are: it is a lightweight and delicate scripting language because it does not support all features of object-oriented programming languages. Object-oriented means which are including concept of objects, which are containing data as properties and code as procedures or methods. Second, special software is not needed to run JavaScript programs. As I told you earlier, it does not require downloading of any additional programs. You just need a browser software and a text editor to execute this. No special software is required. Third, it is a case sensitive language. HTML, what we had learned earlier, was a not non-case sensitive language. Uppercase and lowercase letters were same. Here, some keywords are given in capitals. Some methods, some event you have to put in capital uh, language only. So you have to use capital where applicable and small letters where applicable. So this makes it a case sensitive language. Capital A and small a is not same in JavaScript. It has a fourth one, validation of users input. It helps the browser to perform various checks on the input. There is input validation without wasting the user's time by the web server access. Next, it handles date and time. There will be calculations with date and time. There will be accessibility of the system date, which is on your machine. So here it is handling the date and time operations also properly with some inbuilt functions. Sixth, most of the JavaScript control statements or the syntax which you are writing, that is almost same as control statements in other programming languages. There are loops, there are statements, okay, we're learning various data types. Almost it is similar to the other programming languages. Seventh, ability to perform inbuilt functions. This is an important part here. JavaScript has the ability to create new functions within scripts. You can declare a function with a name in JavaScript using the function keyword. Last one is platform independent. JavaScript is a platform independent scripting language. It runs on any hardware or software platform, Windows, Linux, Mac operating system, any software platform it is running on. And due to all these features, JavaScript is known as a universal client-side scripting language. So after the features, let's see some advantages of JavaScript. The merits. First one, less server interaction. You can validate user input before sending the page off to the server. This will save the server traffic, which means less load on your server. JavaScript is a client-side scripting language. So it reduces the demand on servers overall, and simple applications may not need a server at all. So here server interaction may or may not be required because JavaScript is a client-side scripting language. Second, immediate feedback to the visitors. Visitors don't have to wait for a page reload to see if they have forgotten to enter something. There is immediate feedback given. Third one, increased interactivity. You can create interfaces. You are talking to the system sometimes using the error messages and various controls. So you can create those type of interfaces that react when the user hovers over them with a mouse or activates them via the keyboard. So many events are there which you can work with mouse or the keyboard. So there is interaction between you and the script. Fourth one is rich interface. You can use JavaScript to include drag and drop items and sliders also to give a rich interface to your website. These components enhance the user interaction and the experience of a website also. Last one is speed. JavaScript tends to be very fast because it is often run within the client's browser. We saw the difference in the earlier slide. All the major browsers support just-in-time compilation for JavaScript, meaning there is no need to compile the code before running it. Therefore, it is speedy. So after the advantages, there are some disadvantages. We cannot treat JavaScript as a full-fledged programming language. It lacks these some disadvantage points. So we will see. First one is client-side security. Since JavaScript code is executed on the client side, bugs can sometimes be exploited for malicious purposes. And because of this, some people choose to disable JavaScript entirely. Second is the browser support. Server-side scripts mostly produce the same output. But here, different browsers interpret the JavaScript code differently. So this is again a disadvantage. Third, no need read or write files. JavaScript is a client-side language, so it does not allow reading or writing of files. This has been kept for security reasons, permissions and all. And fourth one is cannot be used for networking applications because there is no such support available. So this was about the introduction to scripting languages and the introduction to the client-side scripting language, JavaScript. Be thorough with all the concepts so that we can start programming in JavaScript from the next section onwards. That's all for today. Thank you.